We were in the third verse of Hanuman Chalisa. Mahavira Vikrama Bajarangi Kumati Nivara Sumati 𝐾𝐚𝐽. Over here we had already gone through Mahavira, Vikrama, and we were going through what exactly Bajarangi means. So Vajra plus Angi or Vajra plus Angi. Anga means limbs, parts of our physical body. Vajra means diamond. So we have seen Hanumanji, every part of him, every limb of him is as hard as tough as diamond, because we know diamond is one of the hardest substances known. Now we must remember, whenever our masters use anything to describe the glory of the Lord or to compare his beauty with, let's say it is now in this case the diamond or the lotus, sun is used sometimes, gold, silver, so many things are used to describe the power and the glory of the Lord. So it just doesn't mean, in this case diamond, Hanumanji's body is as tough as or as strong as the diamond. That is one meaning. But there will always be an inner message to all these things. Why did the master use this particular thing to describe the power and the glory of the Lord? All these things which are used to describe the various deities, any deity it can be, god or goddesses, gods or goddesses, there will always be a hidden message for all of us. So in this case, in the case of diamond, what is the message for all of us? Diamond, we all know, is nothing but carbon. It is soot, black soot it is. So it's black in color, it is opaque, it doesn't have any shine of its own, it's not shining, it is soft to the touch. This is what carbon is. When carbon undergoes enormous stress, when it is subjected to enormous pressure, the same carbon completely transforms itself into diamond. Where is carbon and where is diamond? Both of them look so different from each other. In fact, it's so difficult for us to believe that this diamond is nothing but carbon itself in a different form. The complete transformation. See, if we compare the qualities over there, this is black, this shines. It shines in daytime, it shines in night time also. It's got a brilliance of its own, diamond. This is so soft to the touch, black it is. This is so transparent, very hard it is. So diamond actually is suggesting to us that spiritual path also is not very easy. Just like carbon went through so much of pressure, underwent so much enormous pressure on it, and then it got transformed into a diamond. Similarly, we also have to do our spiritual sadhana, and it is not easy. Whichever path we take, whether it is Jnana Marga or Bhakti Marga or Karma Marga, any path, it's not so easy for us at all. In our Kathopanishad, it is said, walking the spiritual path is like walking on a razor's edge. So it's that difficult it is. But if we succeed in walking that path, then just if carbon allows so much of pressure to be put onto it, if it allows it, it yields to the pressure. It doesn't say, no, I don't want to get into so much of stress. It doesn't say, it allows itself, it yields itself. In the long run, it transforms itself into diamond. And diamond is so costly. Carbon is not. Similarly also, when a person sits down and earnestly and sincerely and consistently walks the spiritual path and undergoes all the spiritual sadhana, sure the person can transform. That is what Hanumanji is also suggesting to us. We went through it earlier. Valmiki himself says, is he a Vanara? Is he a Nara? Is he a Deva? God. But he transcends all of them and he represents for us Parabrahma himself. So where is a Vanara? Where is Parabrahma? a person who has from the state of mortality entered into the state of immortality is indicated by the journey of carbon to diamond. Hanumanji also indicates that to us. He saying, you call me a Vanara, which means monkey, but this monkey can become or can reach the state of Brahman himself. So these are all hidden messages for all of us. Kumati Nivara Sumatike Sangi. He always is aligned to or on the side of Sumati. Mati means buddhi, intellect. Sumati means one who is a person who is very noble, one who is a dharmanishta, who walks the path of righteousness and the path of dharma. Opposite of that is Kumati, means one who is on the wrong path. One who walks the path of unrighteousness, walks the path of adharma. So Hanumanji is far removed from people who are walking the path of adharma, whereas he is always on the side of people who are walking the path of dharma. He stands by them. This is not only outside of us, within ourselves also. When we start becoming noble, when values start coming into us, knowledge starts coming into us, when we start treading the path of dharma, righteousness, walk the path of bhakti, jnana, the Lord will always be there with us. That is what it means. And the best example is whose side was Hanumanji on? He was on the side of Sugriva. Sugriva was actually exiled from the kingdom. There was nothing with him at all. No family members. Even his wife had been taken away by Vali. He was roaming around in the jungle over there with nothing for himself. But Hanumanji was constantly with him, with Sugriva. Why? He was always on the path of righteousness, on the path of dharma. Whereas on the other side, Vali was sitting on the throne of Kishkinda. And easily Hanumanji could have been or could have become his minister and stayed in the kingdom. All royalty over there. But Hanumanji did not take the side of Vali. Why? Because he was on the path of unrighteousness. So that's the meaning of Kumati Nivara Sumatike Sangi. Next verse. Kanchana Bharana Viraja Suvesa Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha. And this is just a description of Lord Hanuman, his beauty. Kanchana Varana. Varana means Varana. Varna means color. What color, what complexion can we associate Hanumanji with? We can associate him with the golden hued color he was. Golden in color. It doesn't mean he was painted golden. Golden color, yellow golden color is always associated with knowledge. Surya Bhagavan, Agni Bhagavan, Guruvara today is always dedicated to Guru. And Guru is the one who gives to us knowledge. Whatever knowledge it be, objective or subjective. And every day is associated with one color and with one gem. Today's color is golden yellow. That color is associated with Thursday or Guruvar. And what is the gem? Yellow sapphire. So when we say Hanumanji was golden hued, it means he was an embodiment of, he was a personification of all knowledge and values. It's a golden, it represents the tejas, an aura around him and about him, which we can't even comprehend and apprehend. So much of knowledge is there in him, so much of values are there, which have made him their dwelling place, that it literally seeps out through his physical body. So even every part of his physical body, every little tiny bit is looking golden in color, golden in color. That was the aura which was associated with him. Kanchana Varana Viraja Suvesa. He was golden hued in color. Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha. He had beautiful ornaments on his ears. Why should the teacher of all the things, point out to us that Hanumanji was wearing beautiful ear ornaments? There's a reason to. One is, it was very beautiful. He had beautiful ornaments on his ears. But the other thing is, our ears, what is the ornament for our ear? Apart from the golden ornament that we use, they always say, listening to the glories of the Lord, is the real ornament for our ears. Why ears are meant to hear, to listen to. We normally hear all sorts of things. We listen to all sorts of things. It can be gossip, it can be so many things, constructive and destructive. What good will it do to us? In fact, many of the things that we see or we hear can disturb us. So what is bhushana, or what is the ornament for our ear? The ornament or the bhushana, real ornament and bhushana for our ears is listening to the Lord's glories, listening to His stuti. That is what is bhushana. Many of our masters, again, what is the bhushana for our tongue? The tongue is only used for talking and eating. We know that. But what is the ornament for the tongue? Naligege harinama bhushana, Dasuru says. For the tongue, the ornament is harinama. So what is the ornament or the bhushana for our ears? Our ears will become blessed. They will become beautiful, in quotes beautiful, if we use it in the right way. How can we use it in the right way? Only by listening to the Lord's glories, listening to His kirtans, going for satsangs, listening to the discourses of our masters. Our ears will become blessed. They will become fulfilled for us. Otherwise, we are wasting that faculty that we have. We do not realize their value. There are many people who can't hear, whereas we can hear. So instead of, we do feel sorry for them, those who cannot hear. Deaf, we say. Thank the Lord that we are not physically disabled like that. We can hear. Which means our faculty, the ears, are functioning beautifully. Who has given it to us? The Lord has given it to us. Not only the physical ears, but the power of audition, the capacity to be able to hear. Even a deaf person has got ears, but the capacity to hear is not there. That also we have been blessed with. So we should make use of it, good use of it. Kanana kundala kunchita kesha. He has short hair, curly short hair. It's just a way of describing him. Now when will a person have short hair? Again, a significance over there. Whenever a person is into intense activity, they never let their hair flow down. Why? It will obstruct them. It will disturb them when they are engaged in their activity, whatever it be. It can be even a student writing the exam. If the hair is let loose, then it can come and disturb them. It can fall on the face, or it can come from the side and then be an obstacle or a hurdle for the hands that are writing the exam. So what do? We tie it up properly. So a person who is intensively active, Hanumanji is overactive, hyperactive, he is always engaged in Ramakarya. Therefore, what sort of hair we associate him with? Short kali hair. That is why in the army when they go, all our warriors, our soldiers, any rank it can be, they always have short hair. So, kunchita kesha. हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय. Next verse. हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजय. In his hands, what has he got, or what is he holding? Who? Hanumanji. What is Hanumanji holding in his hands? What adorns his hands? We are told over here, Vajra. Vajra means weapon. His weapon, we always associate it with Gada. Hanumanji always has a Gada which is supported on his shoulders. So therefore, in his hands we have the Vajra, or his weapon, the Gada, and in the other hand he has got Dvaja, means flag. What does it indicate to us? Vajra means weapon. His weapon, we know, is the Gada. But it doesn't mean only he should possess the Gada and only then he can fight, or only then he can counter his enemies. In the Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, we see him pulling up huge trees and using them as weapons and discharging them towards that army which has been sent by Ravana. He picks up big huge rocks, boulders. That also he uses as weapons. So it can be trees, it can be rocks. And also when he is there, when in Ashokavana, he destroys it, and then the Ravana sends his army one by one in phases and in stages. They come just to overpower Hanumanji. What does he do? He goes to the Mahadwara over there and then snatches, there is a huge bolt over there to lock the Mahadwara. He takes up that bolt and uses that as a weapon. So it need not mean only Gada. Anything in his hand is going to be a missile. Whatever comes into his hand, he can discharge it and it will sure hit the target. That is why the name, the term Vajra has been used over here. Vajra again means a diamond. So in his hand, the tree or the rock or the bolt over there are comparable to or are no less than his Gada. Sure, they will hit the target and destroy or kill the enemy in front of him. Vajra also means the weapon that is there in Indra's hand. We call it Vajrayudha. So any weapon in his hand, in Hanumanji's hand, is equal to the Vajrayudha in Indra's hand. Why is it compared only to the Vajrayudha that is there in Indra's hand? Because in the Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, when Krishna is narrating all his glories to Arjuna, he says, amongst the weapons, I am Vajra, he says. I am the Vajrayudha which is there in Indra's hand. He doesn't say Sudarshana Chakra. He doesn't say his bow, Sharanga bow. He doesn't say that. He's got a sword also with him. He doesn't use that name. On the other hand, Bhagavan says, when he is associating himself with weapons, he says, amongst the weapons, I am the Vajrayudha, which is associated with Indra Bhagavan. Why has Bhagavan picked that up? Because this particular weapon is not made out of any ordinary material. Metal. It's not made of that at all. What is the Vajrayudha made up of? It is made up of the bone of one of the rishis. One of the rishis had to give up his life so that out of his bone can be fashioned a weapon which is going to be extremely powerful. It sure will hit the target and it will kill and destroy the enemy. Of course, the enemies for the Devatas are the Rakshasas and the Asuras over there. So they needed a weapon like that. And they said the only thing is it should be the most powerful, deadliest weapon we will be able to fashion out of a bone of a master, of a sage who has done intense tapas, who has got lot of power. Because of the penance that he has done, so much of power will be there with them. And also when they approach the rishi over there, he readily agrees to give up his life so that one of his bones can be converted to a weapon. So the sacrifice behind it. So the penance behind it and the sacrifice behind it, which has gone in to make the Vajrayudha, makes it completely out of the ordinary, extraordinary, unique weapon. Therefore, Krishna uses the Vajrayudha and he says over there, amongst all the weapons, I am the Vajrayudha. Therefore, over here we are seeing that Tulsidas ji has associated Hanumanji's weapon, whatever it be in his hand, to the Vajra. Means it will never ever fail. Sure, it will hit the target and destroy the enemy. Hath Vajra or Dvaja Viraje. Dvaja means flag. What flag is he carrying in his hand? Either we will see on that Ram written in the pictures, wherever Hanumanji is holding a flag and flying, either we will see Ram. Most often we will see Ram written on it. So what is he doing? He is bringing Ramanama to all of us. So he becomes a guru for all of us. Diksha he is giving to all of us. Mantra Diksha. What Mantra Diksha is he giving to us? Rama Mantra Diksha is giving to us. He wants all of us to become the devotees of the Lord. It is not sufficient that he alone is the devotee. Anybody would have said, I am a devotee. I will consider only my welfare and my well-being. Why should I think about anybody else's welfare or well-being? Hanumanji is not like that. He wants to bring all of us. Why? He considers all of us as his family. So not only I should get the benefit of being Rama's devotee, or not only I should become blessed and fortunate, may everybody else become blessed and fortunate just like me by becoming the Lord's devotee. So the Ram written on the flag represents mantra diksha for all of us. In that sense, Hanumanji becomes our guru. And also Dwaja represents victory. So whenever Hanumanji comes into our life with the flag, it's the flag of victory. We all want victory, we all want success, we all want achievement in whatever we are doing, materialistic or spiritual. Whom else can we invoke but Hanumanji? So when he comes into our life, he will come into our lives with the flag of victory in his hand. Which means when Hanumanji enters into our life, sure victory for us. So hurdles will go away, obstacles will go away, challenges will go away. The impossible, he alone can make it possible for us. And ultimately, success will be ours, achievement will be ours. Whatever goal we had in our life, sure we will be able to reach that goal with his blessings. So that's the meaning of Hanumanji wielding a flag in his hand. 𝐾𝐚𝐻𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐵. He has got the sacred thread around his body. The sacred thread always will consist of 3 strands. And in his case, it is made up of what? It is made up of munja grass. So, a sacred thread of 3 strands made up of munja grass is adorning Hanumanji's body. So, it is seen outside and his body is contained inside of that. 3 strands represent for us all things that we can put into 3 groups. All of them are well contained, or he is a master of all of them. What are they all? The 3 periods of time: past, present, future. He is a master of it all. In our cases, the time is our master. It uses us. In his case, he uses time. He is the master and the lord of time. The 3 states that we go through every day: the waking state, the dream state, and the deep sleep state. He is a master of all of that. The 3 gunas that we all go through every day, the 3 moods: the sattvic mood, the rajasic mood, and the tamasic mood. All qualities, all of them, under all his gunas, under his control. The 3 worlds: Swarga, Martya, Naraka. Or we can say higher world, the middle world where we are all in, and the lower worlds. All worlds under his control. He is the one who can just go everywhere. Nobody can stop it. 3 worlds. So anything that we can put into 3 category, all of them he is a master of. Whereas in our case, we are not masters of anything. That's the meaning of that. And all the 3 strands, it's basically a 3-stranded sacred thread, and they're all tied into one. So finally all the 3 merge to become the one. So all have been transcended. Time has been transcended. The 3 periods of time have been transcended. The 3 states have been transcended. The 3 worlds have been transcended. The 3 gunas have been transcended. Everything has been transcended. And he has merged with what? He has merged with the one without a second. It's very beautiful what it signifies to all of us. He is the one who is a Jivan Mukta. He has realized the Rama state within himself. That's the meaning. And why munja grass has been indicated over here? Munja grass is a very, very unique type of a grass. We have varieties of grass. This munja grass, inside is very, very soft. It's pith. The pith is there inside, tender, the tender part of the grass, and it is surrounded by, let's say, layers, covers, like a case. Just like a sword has got a case around it. Just as Bhagavan is there in us, and he is surrounded by three cases or three sheets, coverings or wrappings. The physical body, outermost, then the mental, then the intellectual. If we consider it as three bodies, or we can say 5 koshas, they're all like casings or wrappings around us. Similarly, the soft, tendermost part of the grass is covered by layers, casings over there. One case, then second case, then third, like wrappings over there. We can easily remove it. So the outermost case, if we just put in a little bit of effort, we can remove it. Then there will be an inner sheath over there. That also slowly, with a little effort, we can remove it. So we can remove layer by layer or case by case, and then finally come to the soft, tendermost pith of that grass. And what did we do? We removed all the outer cases. And they say that pith over there, the softest part of the innermost softest part of the munja grass, it's very sweet to the taste. So what is the munja grass indicating to all of us? In our seat of meditation, we must drop or we must remove layer by layer wrappings that are there around us, the layers that are there around us, the sheets that are there around us, covering or veiling Bhagavan within us. They all have to be dropped or removed. We can't literally remove it, but they all have to be transcended. So transcending means removing. Removing means transcending. So we transcend the physical equipment, then the mental equipment, then the intellectual equipment. Finally, we come to our own core. And what is it? Bhagavan himself. And who is Bhagavan? Me, myself, is what our masters are saying. So therefore, it is all unveiling of the real. The real seems to have been covered up, encased in the unreal. So the unreal has to be slowly removed, so that we can come to the real part of it, real pith over there in the munja grass. That's why I said, whatever things masters use to glorify the Lord, they'll all have a beautiful significance for us. Just like that, haphazardly, they won't pick up anything from anything and try to describe the glory and the power of the Lord. So anything, it will always suggest something very, very deep to us. The munja grass, it comes in the Upanishads also. So therefore, slowly, case by case, if we remove, the unreal is all removed and thrown away there, we come finally face to face with the real over there. That's exactly what we all have to do within ourselves. Unveil the real. How to unveil the real? By discarding all that which is unreal. The munja grass suggests this to us. And therefore, the acharya over here or the teacher over here has picked up the munja grass to describe to us the thread, the sacred thread that Hanumanji had, the sacred thread that he was wearing. So, Kande Munja Janeyu Sache. It's a very beautiful, it indicates to us the entire spiritual sadhana that we have to do. Tomorrow is Shivaratri. There is a temple, I do not know which temple it is, but there is a temple in South India, in Tamil Nadu, where on Shivaratri day, Akhanda Bhajan and Kirtan will be going on. So the Lord is there on one side in the form of Jyoti, so fire over there, a big lamp maybe. I have not seen, but I have heard it, and I have heard it from my own Guru. Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda used to give this illustration. So on this side is the altar, and the altar over there is Agni Bhagavan. So Jyoti over there. Bhagavan is represented in the form of Jyoti. All of us bhaktas are sitting on the other side, and we are doing Akhanda Kirtan and Bhajan all through the day, Shivaratri. Now there are curtains over there in between the Lord and us. We devotees sitting on this side. So therefore the Lord is veiled, He, the real, is veiled from our vision. We can't see Him. We can't have His darshan. Why? There are so many curtains over there. So through and through the day and the night, all through the night, bhajan is going on, and at there is a particular time. particular time, one curtain is slowly removed or drawn to one side. As the curtains one by one are drawn back, slowly we start getting a glimpse of the Lord on that side. He's not on that side, he is there in front of us, but we can't see him. Why? He is veiled from our vision. We want to see him. So all these unreal curtains are veiling the real from us. So the only thing that we have to do is remove the curtains. So as the bhajan is going on, as we are singing the Lord's glories, one by one in stages, because the whole night this goes on, the curtains are slowly removed. The unreal is being removed. And to that extent, slowly we can start seeing the illumining factor over there, which represents Bhagavan for all of us. The last curtain is there, a thin curtain. Early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, or a little after that, the last curtain will be removed. But before the last curtain is drawn, we get a hazy picture of the Lord over there. It's not really a darshan, but there is a darshan over there. But we must sit down there consistently singing our kirtan and bhajan, means we are at sadhana over there. At the right auspicious time, the last curtain is removed or is pulled back. When the last curtain is pulled back, we are face to face with the Lord. And at that point of time, the Maha Mangalarati is done to the Lord. We have had whose darshan? We have had Shiva's darshan. So Ratri gone over there. What does Ratri represent for all of us? Ratri represents for us avidya, ignorance, spiritual ignorance we are talking about. So we were in spiritual ignorance because the unreal was blocking the real from us. So all through the night, we have connected with the Lord and invoked His grace so that the spiritual ignorance goes away from us, and slowly these curtains are moved away from slowly the curtains are moved back or pulled back, so that we will ultimately be able to see the Lord in front of us. Removing the curtains means transcending our equipment. That's all it is. In our seat of meditation, what we are supposed to do is so beautifully dramatized in this temple over there. The whole thing has to be done within us. Bhagavad Sakshatkara has to happen within us. We should be face to face with Shiva in us. What does Shiva represent? Shiva represents auspiciousness, the light of spiritual knowledge, the subjective inner light without any properties which transcends darkness. He is there within us. But right now we are not able to see Him face to face. See Him face to face means, we always say, though the Lord is there in me, I am unable to have His darshan. This unable to have His darshan is unable to see Him face to face and then become Him. We have to experience the Shiva Tattva within ourselves. We have to become Shiva. Then only we can say Sarvam Shivamayam Jagat. Shivaratri represents that for all of us. So what we have to do within ourselves is also beautifully enacted over there or dramatized over there. So in the morning, so we have done our satsang over there, bhajan, kirtan represent the sadhana that we have to do within ourselves. And at the end of it all, what will happen to us? Shiva Sakshatkara will happen to us. Why? The last curtain has been removed, pulled back. Now we are face to face with the Lord. And then the Mahamangalarati represents the total absolute fulfillment of a person who has moved from again the realm of mortality to the state of immortality. So what should happen within us? Beautifully dramatized over there in this ritual, which happens in one of the temples I have heard in Tamil Nadu. That is again Dasaru very beautifully writes. Shiva Darshana Yenagaitu Shivaratriya Jagaranaya Velayali, he says. Shiva Darshana Yenagaitu. I had the darshan of Shiva, he says. When did he have the darshan of Shiva? When he was Jagrat. Jagrat doesn't mean only now we are all awake in the waking state. Many of us may be in the waking state, but inside we are switched off. So we are sleeping over there. Sleeping means we are in the state of spiritual ignorance. That should go away from us. So and in our meditation, we must be Jagrat, alert, vigilant, quiet also over there. So that's the meaning of Jagarana, and Upavasa just doesn't mean fasting over there. Upa plus Vasa means sitting near, or within ourselves we are sitting close to the Lord, or we are associating ourselves with the Lord is the meaning of Upavasa. But it has been converted to mere fasting. Fasting also we need, because when we are fasted, we are basically a lighter equipment. All the three put together, body, mind and intellect. So a light vehicle is the best vehicle to take off. A heavy vehicle cannot take off. And when we have eaten too much, all our energy will go in digesting the food that we have consumed. Therefore, Upavasa. Of course, it's got its health benefits, fasting, all those things are there. But the real meaning of Upavasa and Jagarana. So beautiful. The Muncha grass also is silently, without making any noise. It's not even telling us that I am teaching you something. I am a little guru for you from nature. It's suggesting the same thing to us. What should happen on the Shivaratri day? Ratri must go, Shiva must happen to us. Only then Shivaratri would have become fulfilled within ourselves. Next shloka. Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana Teja Pratapa Maha Jagavandana. Shankara Suvana. Hanumanji is supposed to be an Amsha or a partial avatar. Avatar, they say, Amsha of Lord Shiva himself. Why? When the Lord came down, Vishnu came down in the form of Rama, with all the gods will come down. Why? For Bhagavan's work, they will always associate themselves. We do not know who all come, in what all form, to help and assist the Lord in his vision and mission. So whenever the Lord comes down, everybody comes down. It's just that we do not know who has come in what form. Whether it is Rama or whether it is Krishna, anyone, they all come down. Now when Bhagavan Vishnu came down, over there, everybody wants to come. Adishesha came, Shankha, Chakra came. Everybody comes down in some form or the other. Lord Shiva also wanted to come down and assist the Lord in his Rama Karya. What is his Karya? It's not just killing Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Ravana and Kumbhakarna could have been killed by he sitting in Vaikuntha itself. But Manava Avatar had to come. And not only eliminate these Rakshasas called Ravana and Kumbhakarna, but he had to become a role model for all of us when it comes to Dharma. He is an embodiment of Dharma. And not only he walks the path of Dharma, everybody associated with him also walked the path of Dharma. Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Sita, all those who are noble, who are associated, all of them tread the path of Dharma. So he had to become a role model for all of us, and he had to reinstate back Dharma on its seat, on its divine seat. Why? Adharma had taken over charge. Therefore he descended down. Now when Vishnu comes down in the form of a Manava, in the form of a human being, as human beings we have limitations. Lord Shiva can't come in full as a celestial being and help Rama in his Rama Karya, because as a human being, Rama will not accept any celestial involvement in his Karya, his Dharma. So what should then Shiva do? He can come down as a human being. But he knows Rama will not take the help of another human being also for his work. Then we will say, oh, he helped, this one helped, that one helped. So he is very much, bound by his own limits. Limits means Maryada. That is why we call Rama as Maryada Purushottama. So Shiva knows, even if I come down as a Nara, human being, Rama will not take my help, my support, he won't take. So how to come now? If Rama is a human being standing on 2 feet, I must come one less than that, one notch less than that. What is one notch less than a being standing on 2 feet? Therefore, instead of coming as a Nara, Shiva chose to come as a Vanara. Then Bhagavan will not refuse to take the support of the Vanaras because he needs an army. So though Sugriva is the king of the monkeys, we have seen right in the beginning, Kapisha, Hanumanji is the lord of the monkeys, and we always know lord is more superior to a king. So these are all very beautiful interpretation that masters give to all of us. So Hanumanji is Shankara Amsha. And what does Shankara mean? Sham plus Karaha is equal to Shankara. Kara means to do. Sham means good. So Shankara means one who always does good, one who always does good, and one who always does good to us. Whatever it be, we may feel God should not have done this to me, God should not have done this to me. That is from our standpoint. But from Bhagavan's standpoint, he has always done the right thing. In this place, in this time, in this situation, he has done that which is good for us, beneficial for us, shreyas for us. He always takes into account our welfare and well-being. That's the meaning of Shankara. Shiva means the most auspicious one, wherein there is no trace of inauspiciousness at all. Shiva also stands for Dakshinamurti, we know that. Dakshinamurti is the Guru of all Gurus. So Hanumanji therefore stands for Guru. In the entire Ramayana, the inner Ramayana story interpreted as a spiritual journey for us from the state of mortality to the state of immortality, Hanumanji takes the place of a Guru for us. So therefore he is Dakshinamurti. And he is also Mrityunjaya, one who has conquered death. That's why Hanumanji is Chiranjeevi. One who has conquered death, never dies. Not in the sense of the term how we know of it. Conquered death means he has conquered change. We are all in the realm of change, which we call as samsara. He represents for us the changelessness. Therefore he is Chiranjeevi, therefore he is Mrityunjaya, therefore he is Dakshinamurti, and therefore he becomes an embodiment and a personification of knowledge. Shankara Suvana can be interpreted in so many ways. These are a few interpretations. So Shankara Suvana, 𝐾𝐚𝐬 Nandana. Hanumanji's father's name is 𝐾𝐚𝐬. A Vanara called 𝐾𝐚𝐬 was his father, and Anjana Devi was his mother. And he was born with the blessings of Vayu Bhagavan. That's why we call him Vayu Putra. And whose Amsha is he? Shankar. So many things put together. He's such a unique combination of so many. We already saw what Anjana stands for. Now what does 𝐾𝐚𝐬 stand for? 𝐾𝐚𝐬 represents lion. And 𝐾𝐚𝐬 also represents that orange color, saffron. Saffron is called as 𝐾𝐚𝐬 in Sanskrit. And we know the color of saffron also, orange color it is. So 𝐾𝐚𝐬 represents lion. What does the lion represent for us? Lion means Simha. If we reverse the words, it becomes Himsa. Himsa means violence. So the opposite of Himsa is Simha. So Simha represents for us non-violence. Violence is adharma. Non-violence is dharma. So Simha, that lion over there, stands for Dharma. Who was his father? 𝐾𝐚𝐬, Dharma itself. So again, Hanumanji is an embodiment of Dharma itself for us. Lion. That is why we call the throne on which the king sits as Simhasana. Simha plus Asana. Asana means seat. So lion seat. Lion seat means the seat of Dharma. That is where the king is supposed to sit and rule over. So it doesn't mean lion over there. It stands for Dharma over there. Lion also represents fearlessness. It's not afraid of anything. Again, in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, when Bhagavan is narrating to us his glories, he says, amongst the animals, I am the lion, he says. So lion stands for fearlessness. There is nothing that Hanumanji is scared of or afraid of, not possible at all. So if we invoke him, he also will bestow upon us fearlessness. Our bhaya will go away. Whatever be the bhaya. Why? He is the fearless one. So Simha stands for that. Lion is not free. That's why we call it as the king of the jungle. Even the elephant, which is the biggest animal, is scared of the lion. Fearlessness. It also stands for beauty. The he-lion. He-lion is there, she-lion is there. The he-lion has got a mane. Beautiful locks. It's got hair. Mane, it is called M-A-N-E. It looks so beautiful and so majestic. We just have to watch a lion standing over there. When it moves its head, neck from one side to another side, there is a grandeur about it, a beauty about it. There is a grace about it. So beautiful it is. Hanumanji, we call him Sundara Murti, Mangala Murti we call him. He is so Sundara, inside also Sundara, outside also is Sundara. So the lion stands for all this beauty. And lion gait, Simha Nade. How the lion walks. It walks very, very gracefully. So all of these, which means all of this, Hanumanji has got within himself. The way he moves about when he is undertaken any activity, whether it is literally, physically he is moving, or whether he is speaking. Gada also, earlier we went through his weapon. Gada also means speech. So he knows to conduct himself so beautifully, so beautifully. Any activity, what to do, how much to do, to what extent to do, when to stop doing, how much to do, when to talk, how much to talk, with whom to talk, what to talk. There is nobody to teach him. I mean, he teaches us all. His perfection personified he is. So these are all some of the traits of lion over there. Its gait is very beautiful, and the lion stands for positive energy. So where Hanumanji is full of positive energy. The environment will become very, very positive. When the environment becomes positive, automatically negative energy has to go away from there. Negativity just moves away where Hanumanji is. So lion represents positive energy. Of course, lion represents knowledge also for us, because Dharma clubbed together. And so these are all some of the qualities and characteristics of a lion. Now Kesari means that saffron, orange color. Orange color is the color of knowledge. Yellowish orange. Sometimes they use orange also as the color of knowledge. So color of knowledge, Kesari Nandana. He is born out of knowledge. He stands for knowledge itself. And orange also is the color of fire. Again, knowledge. Anything we put into fire gets burnt down. So any ignorance gets burnt up when the fire of knowledge is there. Orange is the color of Vairagya also, dispassion, renunciation. All of them have got colors. Like peace has got its own color, blue. Prosperity we associate it with green. Like that, activity is associated with the color red. White is associated with purity and nobility. So like that, different colors are associated with different characteristics. Similarly, dispassion, Vairagya, renunciation is associated with the orange color. Hanumanji, he doesn't own anything at all. Yet he is a Samrat and a Swarat. He is the king. King of what? He is the king of the entire world. Entire world is under his control. What about he himself? What about his mind, intellect, sense organs? Are they under his control? They are also under his own control. So he is the master of the outer kingdom and the inner kingdom. That's what Hanumanji stands for. So Kesari. And also we find Hanumanji, especially in the north. Wherever we go into Hanumanji's temple, Hanumanji will be shown all orange in color. And even over here, even if the deity is made up of black stone, they offer Sindoor to him, which is orange in color, especially on Tuesday and Saturday, and they give it back as prasadam for us, which we can apply on our forehead, just like the kumkum or the vibhuti or the chandan. Sindoor, that orange color, is offered to the Lord and then given back as prasadam to us. And very often he is smeared with this orange color. Sindura Varna we call it. Ganesha is also called Sindura Varna. Hanumanji is also called as Sindura Varna. Orange he looks. There's a very beautiful story behind this. After Rama killed Kumbhakarna and Ravana, after the Rama-Ravana Yuddha was over, they all went back to Ayodhya. Rama became the king of Ayodhya, and then Hanumanji stayed there for some time. Now Hanumanji was always given free access everywhere. Why? Rama and Sita consider him as their own son. So our son can move about everywhere. There is no privacy there at all. So even to the inner apartments, Hanumanji had access. Inner apartment of Rama, inner apartment of Sita. Why? Mother, father. So one day Rama went to the court, sitting over there, and asked Sita to come. So Hanumanji went immediately, right about turn, went to call Sita. Sita, mother, you are wanted in the darbar. So when he went over there, she had already gone through a routine, all dressed up, and she was applying Sindoor on her forehead. That small orangish color, normally, the kumkum, it's more orange color than the red color, which is applied near the parting of our hair on the forehead over there. She was applying this orange colored powder, let us say, onto her forehead. He looked. He didn't know why she was applying it. So he asked, he is very inquisitive and he wants to know everything. So he asked mother, why is it that you are applying this orange colored powder on your forehead? What will he tell this eternal brahmachari? She is a Sumangali. That's a mark of Sumangali Tana. A married person always keeps the mark, the auspicious mark, the Sindoor mark on her forehead. What will he understand if she says all that? So she wanted to make it very simple. She said, whenever I apply the Sindoor on my forehead, Rama is very pleased. Because whenever we apply a kumkum, or our face will look little more pleasanter, brighter, beautiful also, than a blank forehead. A simple dot. It enhances the beauty of the face. So all that she said was, Rama becomes very happy when I apply the Sindoor, therefore I am applying it, and also for his long life I am supposed to apply it on my forehead, therefore I am applying it. He understood it. He nodded his head, conveyed the message to her, and then she left her inner apartment to reach the darbar. Now he started thinking, whoever applies Sindoor, Rama will be very pleased. And whoever applies or uses Sindoor, they are praying for Rama's long life. Of course he wants to be a part of it. He doesn't want to be left out at all. So he decided to apply the Sindoor on himself. He looked over there, and in small little, let's say a box or a dabba there, Sindoor was there. That's not enough for him. He didn't want to apply it on his forehead. He wanted to apply it all over his body. Why? The more I apply, the more pleased Rama will be. The more I apply, more I will be praying for, or I will be wishing for Rama's long life. So he searched around and he found a big, probably a drum, a big box, let us say, a store box wherein lots of Sindoor was there. He picked up a bucket of water, probably, put it into the Sindoor powder, stirred it up very beautifully. It became orange liquid. He was mighty pleased with what he did. And what did he do? He poured it on himself. He became orange in color. From top to bottom he was dripping with that orange colored water. He was mighty pleased. Now Rama will be very pleased with me. And of course Rama's long life. And what did he do? He very happily walked into the darbar. Everybody started looking at him. They were some were stunned, some were shocked, some started laughing. They thought, oh monkey, we know what it will do. Sugriva got up there and he said, what is it, Hanuman, you have done to yourself? Why are you dripping with this orange colored water? Where did you get it from? And why on earth did you pour it on yourself like this and you entered the darbar like this? He's become wet fully. Rama also wanted to know the reason. Of course the Lord knows, but he wants it to come out of his devotee's mouth. So he said, why did you do this, Hanuman? Sita understood. Silently she understood and smiled. Then he told the whole story. What all had happened in the inner apartment of Sita. So he said, mother applied this much Sindoor. And she said, you will be very pleased with it. And that is because she wants to pray for your long life. I said, I don't want to do it in small bits like this. I want you to be mighty pleased with me, overwhelmed with happiness with me. And also I want to pray for your long life. Why? Rama Rajya will be there eternally. And therefore for me that little powder was not going to be enough. So I looked, I found lots of orange powder, Sindoor powder. I mixed it up with water and now I poured myself on. I poured it on myself. Rama, what will Rama say? What will the others say? They knew the extent of Hanumanji's devotion to the Lord, the innocence that was there, and underlying the innocence is the bhakti bhava over there, the faith there, the shraddha there. He believed, he had faith in what Mother Sita told him. Therefore, whenever we worship Hanumanji, we worship him in orange hued Hanumanji, Sindoora Varna Hanumanji. Why? He stands for auspicious now. He stands for happiness. He stands for bliss. And that application on him also is long life for Rama. Therefore, whatever he has, whatever he wishes for Rama, sure he will give it to us also his bhaktas. Therefore, we invoke him and pray to him as Sindoora Varna Hanuman. And we bring back with us that little prasad of Sindoor, apply it on our forehead, distribute it to everybody, so that Hanumanji's grace and blessing will be there on us. May he bring happiness to us, success to us, contentment and fulfillment and satisfaction to all of us. May he give us health, long life. What is the use of a long life without health? So may he give health to us. May he give long life to us. May he give to us whatever we desire in our lives. We desire, for, of course, we will get only what we deserve. Therefore, we should know also what to ask of the Lord. So, 𝐾𝐚𝐵 Nandana. 𝐾𝐴 means orange in color. So, why we worship Hanumanji as Sindoora Varna? This beautiful story associated with that also. 𝐾𝐚𝐵 Nandana, Teja Pratapa, Maha Jagavandana. Teja Pratapa we've already seen, like diamond is. Diamond has got a very soft light, white, bluish white, pleasing to the eye. Kanchana Varna, golden aura he's got, like the sun is, like fire is. Of course he is Tejas, Teja Pratapa, Maha Jagavandana. Who is there in this whole world who doesn't worship him? Who doesn't invoke him? Why? All the devotees have poured their blessings onto him. Therefore, instead of going to this devata and into this devata and to this deity and to this deity, we can go to Hanumanji. He will fulfill everything for us. Why? All the devatas have told, nobody need come to us. If they come to you, it's enough. So whatever we long for in our life, knowledge we want, wealth we want, strength we want, success we want, anything that we want in our life, one person to whom we can go to. Who is that? Hanumanji. Therefore, he is Maha Jagavandana. He is the one who is worshipped by everybody in this universe. So, Maha Jagavandana he is. The next shloka we will take it up in the next class.